Let's see what we have got inside one of these smart switch modules. Right, so I can delete the unit pretty easily. With a credit card, we can pull open this with these snap fit joints. It has got the outer lid. You can see that it has got two different snap fit joints that fit into this touch panel. On the touch panel, we can see it is made up of three different layers of PCBs, printed circuit boards. The topmost one is, you can see, it's an AC to DC converter. So we have AC inputs coming here, and we have the AC filtering capacitors, the diodes, the bridge rectifier diodes, and the high frequency transformer, and the inversion circuit, high frequency inverter circuit. And on the DC side, we just have the diode and the filtering capacitor, and we have the plus VO and the minus VO lines going back to the middle PCB. Okay. So that's just the topmost one is just a AC to DC converter, and presumably it is converting to 5 volt 1 ampere supply on the output side. Okay. And the middle PCB, if we look at it carefully, we can see this is a ULN 2003 relay driver IC, and then in addition we have got the AC connector, the external connectors, and we have got 4 different relays here at the other side of the PCB, and also we have got a surge protection circuit consisting of a resistor and an MOV. That's all about the middle layer PCB. And then we have the bottommost PCB, which actually houses the Wi-Fi controller, and which also acts as the main MCU of the main microcontroller of this board, just like an ESP32 or an ESP8266. Yeah. And also, in addition, we have got this particular IC. Most likely it's a capacitive touch digitizer, and we have got a set of resistors, capacitors, and LEDs on the other side for the various indication purposes. So that's what we have on the bottommost layer of PCB. And from the antenna connector of the Wi-Fi module, we have this wire wrapped around the module, and that's pretty much it is. The connection between the middle PCB and the microcontroller PCB is through these Berg connectors. So we have one connector on each of these edges, named like CNT1 down to CNT4. So most likely those are the relay controls. So each corner has got one control line for each of these relays coming from the microcontroller board. So the microcontroller board can control each of these relay through these corner pins. And in addition, we have got a ground pin here and 2 additional pins here. We don't know what the functionality of these 2 pins are until we can read the label or so. Probably one of them will be a VCC, the supply to the microcontroller board, and maybe another one may be an analog sensor for the power on or the brownout reset and all. Probably an analog sensor for that. So I just gave a search for TY CB3S on Google, and it turns out that it's an RF module from Tuya developer platform. So the same cloud provider that the switch is using, and let's choose the first link itself. Okay, the description says CB3S is a low power embedded Wi-Fi module that Tuya has developed. It consists of a highly integrated RF chip BK7231N and a few peripherals. CB3S not only supports the Wi-Fi AP and station mode, but also supports Bluetooth Low Energy. Okay, CB3S is built in with a 32-bit MCU whose running speed can be up to 120 MHz, a 2 MB flash memory and a 256 KB RAM to support the Tuya cloud connection. The MCU instructions specially extend the signal processing, can effectively implement audio encoding and decoding. Besides, it has rich peripherals such as PWM and UART. There are 5 channels of 32-bit PWM output, making the chip very suitable for high quality LED control. And we have a set of features that are listed. Bluetooth connectivity, application, module interfaces, the dimensions and package. Okay, the mechanical drawing, from that it looks quite similar to what we have seen in the actual board, so that confirms it. And these are the pin assignments and all. It's a 22 pin module, and a lot more technical details are available on the same page.